Belly Bandit was derived out of a complete necessity. I was the first of all my friends to get pregnant and have a baby, and I didn't want to know anything. So literally, I did not read a book during pregnancy. I did go on Baby Center. I had that email that came weekly on Baby Center and says that your baby's the size of a pea or a grapefruit, but that was the extent. And I worked till the day that I delivered. That night, a bunch of my friends and myself went for Indian food. And then I said to my husband, I'm having weird pains. I think this is what they call, I don't know if it's Braxton Hicks. I wasn't really sure, but we went to the hospital and I was 5 centimeters dilated. And at that time, I had gained 60 pounds, which was half of my body weight at the time. And I was just sadly mistaken. I thought as soon as you deliver, your stomach goes back to being flat. Well, 3 days later when I left the hospital, I was bigger than I was before. So I went pretty much straight away to work 5 days later, and I was wearing like black sweatpants and a black t-shirt, and I was just feeling really badly about myself. And I think it was 3 or 4 weeks later, I went to Target to get cat food, and this old man came running up to me, and he's like, "Ma'am, you are so pregnant, let me help you." So I literally dropped the cat food, and I ran out crying. And my sisters and I began doing some research on how women would bind their bellies across the globe. And we started playing around with different fabrics and styles. And one of my sisters is a designer, and my little sister and I are in the sourcing business. So we kind of pulled our resources together and we made a handmade sample of what is now the Belly Bandit. It took about a few years to develop. And I wasn't fortunate enough to have it with my first, but I used the Belly Bandit with my second. And as we went in testing phases and had given samples out and worked with my gynecologist to help develop part of it. But the second time around, when I used the Belly Bandit, 6 to 8 weeks post-pregnancy, it was a whole different experience. And our mission is to help women feel and look their best before, during, and after pregnancy. And I just remember how I felt after I delivered my first and how I felt about myself. And if we can help women around the globe feel better about themselves at the most vulnerable times of their lives, then we've done a good job. The initial challenges at the beginning of Belly Bandit was trying to get people and retailers to buy the product because they were not familiar with the concept. So I would go door to door, in between like caring for a newborn and my real day job, which is a promo business. And we would have to convince them that this is going to be a trend in the future. I'm aggressive by nature, so I would say to these stores, listen, I'm going to leave a 12-pack here. And if they don't sell in 2 to 3 weeks, I will come back and you'll never have to see me again. And we had success right out of the gate. I mean, stores would call us and say, hey, we sold out of the belly thing in a week. Can you bring back more stock? I'm always up for a challenge. I'm a gambler by nature, and I would start a business again tomorrow. I would do it again and again and again.